This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Broadcasting and streaming live all across America. This is HomeTalkUSA with Michael King, where we will discuss topics pertaining to your home with industry-leading experts. Michael King is a licensed general contractor with more than 30 years of experience in home improvements and the author of Contracting with the King. Join us this hour for our segment Invent America with your co-host, the inventor lady, Rita Crompton. Discover what's next in the home improvement industry and explore new products and innovations. Or if you have that next great big idea, learn what it takes to bring your invention to the world as Michael King and Rita Crompton talk to America's inventors and innovators. Remember, the America of tomorrow is being invented today. We invite you to visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com, one of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, we proudly present Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country, Home Talk USA, with your host, the Cajun contractor, Michael King, and his co-host, the inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
Yay! Welcome, America! Welcome all of you tuning in to this hour of the Invent America show on the Home Talk USA radio network. This is part of our family now. Each week at the second hour, which is about 4 o'clock Central Time, we like to talk to the inventors of America, the technologies of the future, all the great minds that we got a chance to pick their brain to get their products to market and let them walk them through the steps that it takes to be successful. Well, it takes the inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton, has been doing this a long time, to be my co-host and my sidekick and very experienced in these areas. And I'd like to welcome her right now. Rita, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here, always.
I just run out of things to say about you myself, so I got to,
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, how was your week?
It was wonderful.
Right.
Surprise. It was, we had a wonderful weekend, Mother's Day weekend, and so I got to fly out and spend it with family.
Wow. So this show this week is about cool new inventions, right?
I know. It's so much. We've talked about some serious stuff, and there are so many things out there that are fun. They're just, it's like, oh my God, they're so cool. And so I decided that it was time to have a show that talked about, the cool, fun stuff. And we've had other things on in the past, golf balls that light up at night so you can golf at night, and, the cool new ice cream scoops and all that kind of stuff. So I decided I was going to title one Cool, Fun Stuff. So that's what we're doing.
Wow.
And, the steps are the same, Michael. I get people that will say, I've got a new invention, but I don't think I can file a patent on it because I'm not really an inventor. It's like, no. A new idea, something that's better, a better widget, a better, gadgets out there that makes something, to work easier. That does put you into the inventor category. And so it's not, you don't have to be, the next scientist developing, gravity or something like that. All you got to do is have a better ice cream scoop.
Yeah, we talked about, 2 types of technologies, new technologies and products that have not invented yet. And then we talk about current technologies or products that you can make better.
Exactly.
And that's what we try to let people know. It's not trying to come up with that great new idea. Also, what's successful is to capitalize and to improve an idea or a product that's already there. So, and that's what's the good part about, when you patent, you have an exclusive of what you do, but not exclusive for future amendments or I don't know how you say it to the product itself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And as technology changes, some inventors will continue to file intellectual property on their products. So they're constantly extending the life then of that product. But then there's other things. It's like, it was, they have that aha moment. They file a patent. They're able to get the product into the marketplace. And there's not new technology necessarily to keep filing on it, but some things there are new technologies that keep improving the life of a product. It really just depends. We've got a couple of inventors on today that have got cool, new, fun products, and one of them is very practical, but it does a whole bunch of things, and it's the whole bunch of things that make it kind of cool. And then another one is, it helps kids that are trying to develop a skill set to track the skill set on their own. So they don't need somebody standing there telling them what they're doing right or how they've improved. It's a gadget that tells them. So that's cool. Fun stuff, right?
Let's talk about our guest this week.
All right, so Braden Hunter is going to be our first guest. He's invented, like I said, a gadget that it makes it more safe when you're in a bathroom stall. I mean, it's not something you necessarily think about until you're there and it doesn't work right. But it does a whole bunch of other cool things. And then one of our other inventors, and this gentleman found me because his father's an inventor. It's amazing how that just kind of, runs down the generations. The other one found us because he was listening to the radio show, and he went in and filled out one of the forms, and yay. If you want to be on the radio show, click on Inventor Lady, fill out the form, because it drops right into my email box. I can see it within seconds. And then I can get you teed up to be on a show. And then our industry expert, I am really excited to announce, is going to become one of our sponsors.
Wow.
And so he's seen a lot of cool, fun stuff, and that's one of his questions is like, what's the coolest thing that you've seen and helped develop and get to the marketplace?
Wow. But let me okay. So we have Braden Hunter, the Stall Smart Safety Tool website, and
exactly. And then we've got Sean Moya, who's a sports trainer, and then Addison Shelton, and he is the CEO of Kickr Design, which is
a product expert that we like to have on the show. At the end of the show. Great. All right.
Exactly.
Well, it sounds like you have a real good topic, and as always, we're going to learn a lot from these new technologies. And I
want to encourage the inventors out there that have got a better way of doing something. The gentleman we had on last week had a new spatula for cleaning out cans, and I saw it. It's amazing. But who would have thought? When his patent is issued, and people don't necessarily think of themselves as an inventor, but this country was founded on inventors getting new products into the marketplace. Yeah. And we want to encourage every single one of them. If you've got that aha moment, is it really something that you can, move forward with? And if so, that we give them the tools to do it the right way.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's but what is your website if they need some further information, though, Rita?
It's inventorlady.com. So we're easy to find. My phone number is posted all over the place. I get people to say, I didn't expect you to answer your phone. I do answer my phone. And, so that's kind of been wonderful. It's like, we expected, an answering service or, whatever. But no, we don't do that here. We answer the phone and talk to inventors and answer their questions. So I had two that just called me over the weekend that said, hey, I saw the radio show. Help me out.
Wow, great. Hey, well, Rita, we've got to take a short break. There's some music, and we're going to come back with our first guests right here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network, streaming live at the Genesis Communication Radio Network at GCNlive.com. If you want to learn about the Invent America show or Home Talk USA, it's very simple. Just go to HomeTalkUSA.com. All right, we're going to step away, pay some bills. Please visit our website again, HomeTalkUSA.com. By helping to patronize all these great sponsors, basically keeps our show on the air, since none of our guests are charged to be on this radio program. I'm the Cajun Contractor, along with my co-host, Rita Crompton. We're going to be right back. Yay!
Home Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
Hey, welcome back. That's right. Another guest, another topic, education and information. Right, Rita?
That's right.
Who are we going to talk to now? Oh, our product expert, right?
That's right. Our next guest is Addison Shelton. He is the CEO of Kickr Design. Went to Stanford, but started his engineering education back in middle school with a drill press and a table saw. I am sure you just made your parents really nervous. But, worked as lead production engineer at Apple, TaskLab, fascinating history in getting to where he is now as CEO of Kickr Design. Addison, thank you so much for being with us.
Great. Thanks a lot, Rita and Michael. I'm happy to be here.
And I need to add, he is one of our sponsors for the program, so you are a go-to expert for us. And we are just so pleased to be able to introduce you that way. But, over the years, and because you've been doing this for a long time, I am sure you have really seen some really fun, cool stuff. I suppose some funny stuff, too. Share with us some of your cool experiences.
Sure. Yeah, we've seen a lot of different really amazing product ideas. Honestly, the most exciting thing for us is when the inventors and entrepreneurs are excited. But there's definitely a couple that have kind of stood out. There was one customer actually in Bermuda, and he had a muscular degenerative disease. He was in his 40s, and it had kind of been affecting him his whole life. And he basically had a goal of he wanted to be able to get up out of his wheelchair and walk into Starbucks. And so he had this idea. Essentially, he had some control of his legs, and he could swing his leg forward and kind of let his knee lock and support it with weight, but it wasn't very reliable for him. Sometimes he'd swing his leg forward, and it wouldn't quite lock, and it could potentially lead to him falling down. So he came to us, and we designed, prototyped, and built essentially a mechanical device that sensed when he swung his leg forward, it locked his knee. He could then apply weight to it, and then kind of do the same thing on the other leg, and then walk into the Starbucks. So that one was, I think, that was especially exciting just because it really got him to just what he wanted, which was just go in and get a coffee. That was a pretty neat one.
I hate to repeat myself, but that is such a cool idea, and good for you. What do you need from an inventor to get started? Do they just walk into you with an idea, or is it better to have, patent pending status, CAD drawings? What is it that you need, and what is the pendulum swing on that?
Sure. For us, we're generally pretty flexible, and that's kind of how we like to look at it, right? Like some inventors and entrepreneurs, this is old hat to them. They understand the process. They, have a patent. They've come in and they maybe have CAD drawings or maybe build a prototype. We're kind of happy to pick up anywhere. We also have a lot of, entrepreneurs who just had an idea, right? They might have been sitting on it for, 5 years, and they've been stewing over it, but, maybe they don't really know how to get started. So, a lot of our process in the beginning is education too, right? Like, what does it take to develop a product? And sometimes we look at products, we like to call it pre-napkin sketch, right? So have any sketches on a napkin? And so we're happy to start there too, and we'll really just kind of walk somebody through the process, build an estimate for them and help them understand what that entails, and then get to thinking.
Well, that's excellent, and we're so glad to have you on board. Give us your website.
Sure. It's Kickr Design. That's www.kickr.design.com.
Excellent. And all of your information will be posted on the website so that people will be able to find you. And when they call me up and say, oh, that guy you were talking to, how do I get hold of him? I will be more than happy to give them all of your information. And it's just, how long has Kickr Design been around?
We've been around officially for 8 years. I started doing some kind of product design for friends and family prior to that, which is really what led me to start Kickr Design. I was like, oh, wow, there's actually something here. There's a lot of people who need some engineering help. So, it's been a fun ride.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, Michael, you want to say goodbye to Addison? Well, Mike, we may have lost him. Every once in a while it falls off, so I can hear the music playing.
Great. Well, thanks so much.
And thank you very, very much for being with us. We're off to pay some bills, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot.